This is Carrie from Macmillan Library. Today is April 22nd, which is Earth Day! Woohoo! So today we are going to celebrate Earth Day by doing an Earth Day project. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make our own seedling starter just using a newspaper, some masking tape, a can that you have laying around your house, some potting soil, and whatever seeds you want to start. So that is all you need for this project. So what we're going to do first is we're going to, I had a buyer's guide laying around. If you've got a regular size newspaper, this is about the size of 1/2 of a page. So that's what you're going to want to use. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to fold this in half upward. Alright, so we're going to fold that in half, and then this is where our can comes in. We're going to place our can onto our newspaper so that we have a couple of, let me turn this a little bit, so we have some overhang at the bottom of our can, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to just roll our can, we're just going to roll our can up into, try and do it straight here, into the newspaper. As straight as we can. That was not even supposed to be a pun. Alright, so we've got it rolled up pretty well. And I've got some masking tape, so we're going to use our masking tape just to secure the edge. So we have our bottom of our can right here. What we're going to do next is just fold that newspaper at the bottom over onto itself to make the bottom of our seed starter. Okay, and then we're just going to put another piece of tape on there just to hold that in place. I tried it without tape and it didn't work very well. So we've got our can covered in our newspaper. We're going to take that out of there, and we've got a can shaped newspaper. So I like to fold it over along the top edge just a little bit, about 1/2 inch or so. I think it makes these a little bit more sturdy. Alright, so so basically what you're going to do is you're going to have this shape container. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill our pot with some potting soil that I brought in from outside, and we are just going to make sure that there's not a lot of lumps in it. And then we're just going to fill this up. What we're going to do is we're going to start our seeds inside. It's too cold in Wisconsin yet to put anything in the ground, really, any seeds in the ground. So what we're doing is we're giving our seeds a head start inside. So we're going to use these to get our seeds, our plants started growing. And then because this is newspaper, we can actually just plant this right into the ground or into a pot once the weather gets nicer and the plants start growing. The newspaper will compost right into the soil, so it is a good way to kind of nourish your plant at the same time. Before you put these into the ground, you probably want to just take that tape off the bottom and kind of just loosen up the bottom a little bit. That will help your roots grow through the soil. So we're going to add our potting soil, and this is never not messy, so I'm just gonna fill that up. My other one here. I would do this outside, but it was a little chilly this morning, so I decided to do this in the comfort of my home. This is definitely a better outdoor project, however. So, if you are so inclined, I would do it outside. Alright, so we've got a good amount of soil in our pot. Now have a look at that. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to add some basil seeds. And basil seeds are super, super tiny. Look how tiny those are. Alright, so we're going to sprinkle our basil seeds onto our soil. And on the back of the packet of our seeds, it tells us how deep we should be planting our seeds. And for basil seeds, it says 1/4 inch deep. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of our soil, just a tiny bit, and just put it over the top. So those are covered, and we're just going to use our finger just to kind of press lightly, make sure everything is covered. With seeds starting, you don't want your dirt to be really, really wet. My dirt is already a little bit wet because it was outside. So I'm not going to add any more water to it right now, but I'm going to keep my eye on it, and every day I'm going to look at it and touch the soil, and if it feels dry, then we're going to add a little bit of water. I'm going to put mine on a little plastic tray because this is paper. It could leak, especially if you put a little too much water in. So I like to put mine on a little plastic container of some sort, and then I'm going to put this into a window so it gets some sunlight, and the combination of the sun and the water and the soil and the warmth will help those seeds grow, and then eventually you can plant this outside in your garden. So I hope you've enjoyed our Earth Day craft project, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.